Hey YouTube, it's Craig here, and in this video I'm going to talk about my pickups from the San Francisco Pen Show. So let's get right into it. Alright, so these are my pickups. We're going to start off real quickly here with this Waterman's number 4. It's worn, it's hard to see the imprints on it, but there are the imprints. This pen doesn't have its original cap. I'm going to have one machined, but it's all about the nib. I got this pen from Mike Daigle, who's Mad Mercantile, and it's all about this nib. So this nib, it's called a horseshoe or a crescent nib, the old 3-fisher feed from Waterman's. And again, this pen is from around 1889, which makes it my oldest pen by far in the collection. And it is just this eyedropper, 1884 patent date, February 12th. That's why I love these so much, because February 12th is my birthday. But this is such a beautiful old nib, and I absolutely love it. It writes great. I've just been dip writing with it a little bit here and there, but you can just unscrew this and eyedropper fill it as well. So there you go. That was my first pen pickup of the show, and it's a doozy. Mike really didn't want to sell it. He had held on to it for the longest time, and then he actually asked me if I was interested in purchasing it, because he also knows that I won't resell these things. These are staying in my collection. I'm gonna make my own Waterman museum one of these days. I'm already well on my way to making a Waterman museum. Beautiful pen, so cool. It's so old, it's the oldest one in my collection now. That was my first pen pickup. And I also got my display case, which I'll pop in an image of it right here. But I got that really beautiful pre-globe, so pre-1902 display case. I think it's from the 1890s, but it has the key with it. It locks up, and I have it right now displaying some of my other pens, as well as some of my ephemera. And the last thing I got was actually this book. So this is a book by Jonathan Steinberg, Fountain Pens and Their History and Art. He signed the inside of it for me, and it's smeared a little bit on the other side of the page, but that's okay. But it's a really, really beautiful, really detailed book with ephemera and all kinds of other advertisements and stuff in it. So there we go, there's some Waterman stuff on the other side. But beautiful little book that I got from him. So there you go. Those were the things I picked up on day 1. On day 2, I went back to Jonathan Steinberg and I bought this. This is a 12VS. And the 12VS has one of the earlier mechanisms, if not the earliest mechanism for a safety pen. And for those of you that don't know, a safety pen is a pen that can be carried in any orientation. You don't have to worry about keeping it upright once it's inked, because it has this airtight cap on it that seals off the ink. So it's an eyedropper filled pen. You fill up the top with ink, and then you twist the knob at the bottom, and out comes the nib. And now it's safe for you to write. So what makes this one very strange compared to later models of safety pens is the nib actually spirals out when you twist the knob. Other safety pens, the nib kind of just shoots in and out. Here is a Model 12S. As you can see, the nib just comes straight out. It doesn't rotate when you turn the knob. But on these earlier ones, the nib would spin out. I got this is from around 1908, I want to say, but that is the 12VS. But then I had Dimitri come up to me and he said, hey, here's something for your collection. And he showed it to me for a split second, and I said, okay, I'll buy it, I'll take it. But this is a number 55. This is property of the LEW Co., Lewis Edson Waterman Company. Not to be sold, employee. That is an employee pen. Also very old, has the old patent dates imprint. And there's this beautiful number 5 nib on it. Nice medium nib. Lever filler. 55 size. And it's just that imprint. It's so gorgeous. Super rare. I was happy to pay Dimitri for this pen. Circa 1918. That was it for day 2. And on day 3, this is a pen I actually saw on the first day, but I was on the fence about it. But it's this beautiful 452 sterling silver, hand engraved with the clip, and the lever is also hand engraved. It's got a good little nib on it. And there's the lever, all sterling on the lever as well. I also bought this from John Struther. He was the guy who sold me the display case. Beautiful piece, really lovely work, all hand done. I love that the breather holes they placed, those were the center of the flowers. So I just thought that was really neat. Super well done. That's from around 1920. I saw this at the end of the day and I just thought it was beautiful. It's basically perfect. And it is a 12 PSF. And there's the nib. You can see all the patent dates on the feed. But I got this one from Mike Daigle. And I have another 12 PSF that is the exact same thing, just without the gold bands and without the gold trim. So now I have two mint, molten, I mean, those imprints are perfect. They look like they've never been used. And yet they're from approximately 1917 at the latest. So awesome. Now I have the two versions of this pen. So it was the end of the day and Mike Daigle said, hey, Craig, did you notice that there was a table with a bunch of pens with original price tags on them? And I said, what? No. So we went over and it was Danny Aaron's table. And sure enough, there were about 5-6 pens plus, maybe more, that had these original price tags on them. This is an 0755. New old stock, $7. It was not $7, but 18 karat gold, filled, trim, just beautiful. It's from around 1920. Really nice imprints on it. And I actually already have this pen, but the other one I have, as you can see, very similar, slightly engraved, slightly worn. This one is a press pen for the Democratic National Convention, 1924. The price tag is like right on the lever, so I don't think I'll ever be inking this one up, but super duper beautiful. So that was the last Waterman pen I picked up at the show. I went to Schoen Design and I got this hand hammered copper Pocket 6. It actually already got tarnished and then some of the copper started to turn green already. I wanted to clean it up and do it all over again because that was fun. But after a week, this thing looked like this. Pretty crazy. Writes great. This is gonna get a full review. They made it so much fun. You go through, you pick what you want, you get to try out all these different points. Number 6 size Yovo nib on it, so that's why it's called the Pocket 6. I picked up Scott Jones's latest book. This is also gonna get a full review. Scott does a daily drawing and it's all done with his antique fountain pens, and this is all Waterman black. So it's cool, you can go through, you can find your birthday and see which drawing he did on your birthday, which is really awesome. Crazy stuff, really whimsical. He's inspired by the platinum age of comics. I think it's the 1880s to the 1930s. And along with the book, he made 10 pencils. So this has his little character on the front of the book, laser etched in, has from the fountain pen of Scott B. Jones. These are made by the legendary pencil company out of Ohio. The owner of that company actually bought the old Auto Point machines and all of the new old stock. So these are new pencils that are made out of old stock. It's a vintage pen, but made for the modern day. So really, really cool. But Scott had 10 of these made, 10 in black, and then he had one extra one in white. And on the first day I was like, all right, hey, I'm gonna get your new book. Oh yeah, I'll get one of those pencils too. And at the end of the show, he goes, oh, Craig, I just sold my last one. And I go, oh, all right. He goes, you know what? No, here's my personal one. I'll sell this one to you. So I got his personal. I think he made 10 of them to sell. This might have been the 11th, which was his personal. And I'm happy I got one. So thank you so much, Scott. Again, I'm going to do a full review on this wonderful pencil, the book, and the Schoen Design pen. Everything else for the most part is going to, it's just going into my collection. I might talk a little bit about some of them in future videos, but for the most part, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an overview of what I got. That's not the only other thing I got. I got a new pen case. This is from Giorgio. And this was actually a prototype, so it doesn't actually have their logo on it. It just says leather. It's gonna be really hard to get on camera, but this is a gigantic 48 pen case, and I absolutely love it. So those are the things I got from the show. I want to say thank you so much just to all my friends and everyone I met and talked to. It was such a great time. It was also cool going over to the Toyota Craft table and seeing more of their products and meeting Toru over there. It was really a fantastic experience. Go to a pen show, just set a budget. Luckily, this was all budgeted out a little bit. I did blow my budget a little bit, but it was absolutely worth it. I can't wait for my next pen show, which will probably be in LA in February. And that's the video. Thanks so much for checking it out, you guys. If you have any questions, go and leave a comment down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more content like this. Check out my Instagram, @Roccanova, and I'll see you all in the next video. All right, peace.